development to breast milk. It has all the vitamins they need. Okay, another thing I'm going to hit on is the infant hearing. Now, newborns can hear a variety of sounds. Infant can hear the rhythms and tones of a mother's voice before they're born. The infant is especially sensitive to sounds of human speech and are amazingly interested in the basic speech sounds of a language. Not only do newborns hear your voice, they also can turn their head and eyes in the direction of your voice. So if you notice, if you talk to an infant and their head turns to when you speak to them, they're following your voice. So that's why I have learned early on with my own kids. I have 4 kids of my own, that I don't do a lot of baby talk, because at that time that's when kids learn speech development. So if you speak to them, they will learn how to speak proper English, or their speech pattern. That's how they develop their speech pattern. So all you gotta do is just talk to the child. Baby, go, no, don't do it. You don't want your kids growing up goo gaga. They're gonna coo anyway. Just speak to them and they will understand you. You just take the cues from the infant and you'll see. You'll know. Just talk to the infant. They'll let you know if they understand you or not. And here's another fact. The newborn can hear a variety of sounds. Infant can hear the rhythms and tones of mother voice before they're born. And I did say that the infant is especially sensitive to the sound of human speech, which is mean the sound of your voice. Infants are amazingly interested in the basic speech sound of language. Not only to newborns hear your voice when you speak, they can also turn their heads and eyes in the direction. I had said that before. Okay. Talking to an infant, even if you don't think you will be understood, may help the brain develop the connection. They are necessary to fine-tune hearing and to understand language. Now, what they mean by connections in the brain development. The brain has these connectors. Let me give you an example. Like a tree. A tree has branches. And the branches have other branches. When they grow, they branch out. And then other branches branch out. So that's how the brain is. So the brain has the main branch that grows out the tree. And they connect. And as they connect, that means the brain is developing. I hope you can see that. So when you're talking to an infant, their brain is growing when you talk to them. Their brain is that tree. And as you're talking to them, those connectors in their brain are the branches that's coming out the tree. And as you continue to talk and read to them and talk and play with them and read to them and play with puppets and things like that, that connects, those brain connectors connect, and they have a full brain development that helps them to develop their brain. They will learn more, understand more. The more you teach them, the more they learn. And you heard that saying, the more you teach a child, they're like a sponge, they soak it up. Yes, that is true. So you can teach a child. They have this show, this commercial, Baby Can Read. If you read to your child and show them the words and things like that, they will learn. And I have tried that program with some of my daycare kids, and they have learned to read with the program. If you don't want to show the videotapes, you just show them the words and repeat the words to them over and over along with the pictures of those words. Okay? Now, some things you can do, and I may have mentioned already, but I'm just going to run down the list. Talk to the infant during caregiving time, such as diapering and feeding. Notice the child looks at you when you're changing their diapers or when you're feeding them. They're focusing on your eyes. They're watching you. Sometimes you may notice they try to reach to touch you because they're looking at your face, their development. They're learning. They learn from touch. They learn from watching, the feeling. So talk to them when you're feeding them. Talk to them when you're changing them. Notice how you speak to an infant. At this point, the baby is most attracted to the sound, the pitch, and the rhythm of your voice. So you don't want to be real loud. You don't want to scare the child. Softly sing songs. Watch the infant respond. Listen and enjoy sounds a newborn makes. Pretend that the infant is telling you something. When she coos and gurgles, expand on what she says and answer her question. Like you're imitating her sounds. Remember to pay attention to the infant cues. If, for an example, the infant looks away, she may be telling you she need a break. And I told you before, you want to stimulate the baby. So when you're talking to them, just talk. And you notice they would try to make the same sound. If you make noise like they would. If you hi, you'll hear them. They'll do coos too. You like hello, like they will try to mimic what you're doing, or you can mimic what they're doing. So that is a way of communicating with the infant. And sometimes you'll see them smile. If they're feeling very good, they will smile. Touching is another thing. Feeling, that's how they learn, by touching, feeling, textures. When you're holding them, when you're hugging them, when you're rocking them in your arms, just, stroke their head softly, rub their arms, their skin. I don't know if you bathe your children, your infant in your care, but, the parents does. But when you're changing a diaper, you just like rubbing, holding their little hands, like, oh, hi, how you doing? Oh, when we finna change your diaper. Yes, we finna get a clean tushy. That's what I do to the little ones I have. Oh, we're finna get a clean tushy, all clean when we're done. After we get a clean diaper, I say, we're all done, you're all clean. And the baby just laughs and giggles and just, just like real excited. So. And the cries, when the baby cries, it's letting you know different things. If they need to burp, if they're sleepy, if they need to be changed, if they want to be held a little. Based on some of the guesswork, once you learn the different cries of the infant, you know what their cry is. If you just fed them and they haven't had their burp yet, oh, I need to burp. Or if you've been playing with them and talking with them, oh, I'm tired, when they get to crying, so it's time to put them down. So you have to be patient and learn and read the baby cues and learn how to soothe them. So I just wanted to hit on these things on infant care, especially if you're a provider and you're wondering, what can I do to care for an infant? And if I'm providing care to an infant, what is it doing for this child? When you're providing care and teaching an infant, it is teaching them something. It's developing their brains. It's helping them to grow. So providers, keep doing what you're doing. You're very important. And I just thank you for tuning in to this video. And just tune in for our next one. Have a good day. God bless. Bye-bye.